I'm live, I'm live, I'm live, I'm live, I'm live. Let's see who pops on here with no warning. That's really good. Hello, Lissa. Was wondering who was going to notice that I was on here when I didn't give you any warning whatsoever. Because I didn't really give myself any warning whatsoever either. I'm here, still in my gym clothes. Still in my gym clothes. Having not showered or anything because I was like, oh, I gotta clean the kitchen. Oh, I gotta do this. And oh, I gotta shower. And oh, I should actually live stream. So I decided to do this first because, I mean, if y'all watch me, you know that 3/4 of the time I don't show up made up anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Y'all are my people, regardless of if I show up with a face of makeup on or not. So, hello, Georgia, Meredith, Chrissy, Kristen. Oh my goodness. Jennifer, hello. You were just watching my goal planner video. Where is that goal planner? Oh, it's still over there where it got his photo taken. Hello, Audrey. What did you think of the goal planner video? Are you guys as jazzed about it as I am? Because I'm really jazzed about it. And, well, here, let me grab it. Hang on. Oh, good grief. Oh, the bending. Oh, the bending. This is what I posted a video on today. And I haven't started filling it out yet because I'm sitting here trying to debate whether or not I should, for a second, Lori, I thought it said Hugh Laurie, and I was like, I love Hugh Laurie. He's wonderful. But they have this whole, like, start with the 2019 closing ceremony, and I'm like, I don't know that I can start with that because 2019 is still going strong, but I want to hop ahead, so I might just do it out of order. Because my primary goal here, ladies and gentlemen, where is it? Where is it? If you've seen my video, you'll know what my favorite page in this book is. Oh, where'd it go? I don't even know where it is. Monthly check-ins. I think it was before the monthly check-ins. Before the Oracle there it is. This is my favorite thing in the entire book. This is my favorite thing. 100 things to do in 2020. And it just has a blank list that is prettier than any doodle I could ever do, and I need to fill it in. So I'm not joking when I say I need suggestions for what to put in the 20 things. 100 things to do in the 2020 list. But anyway, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, go watch the video I uploaded today. It's all about this bad boy, which is under $25 and on Amazon. So cool. So much fun. Still in gym clothes. All right. See Hook. Hello. This is a fun planner. It's a lot to take in. It is a lot to take in, but the nice thing is you can just kind of go at your own pace, you know? Like I don't plan on sitting down and doing all of this in one day. No. Same with the power sheets. My power sheets should be coming soon. They should be shipping today or tomorrow. I'm so anxious to get my hands on those to make sure that I have videos up for you guys for launch day, but I don't do those all in one day either. 20 minutes ago, long walk to the park followed by an Aldi run. I have not been to an Aldi yet. My new local Aldi opens really, really soon. I think next week. Like brand new, just built. First Aldi in the city, I think. Like I'm super pumped about it. But I went to a Hy-Vee today for the first time ever. Hyvee. I've never been to that grocery store before. And it's kind of like a Whole Foods, or it's kind of like, I guess I would compare it to the local Mariano's from where I am back home. In Chicagoland, we have Mariano's, and I always, when Mariano's was first discovered, I was like, it's like Jewel Osco and Whole Foods had a baby, and that's exactly what Hy-Vee is. So I walked around there. I found a couple of exciting things. It's not a place that I will shop regularly because it is priced rather high, but if things are on sale or I'm looking for specific items, it's a great grocery store. And one of the things I purchased, I've been loving, I don't know if you guys are kombucha drinkers, but the GTS kombucha, that is the Living in Gratitude Fall Edition. So good. Oh my goodness, so good. I need to see if that's what is that? Oh, my sister-in-law. My sister-in-law can wait. But this is really stinking good. It's apple, turmeric, carrots, and spices, and it really does taste like fall. Oh my gosh. Your Trader Joe's open today. You have a Trader Joe's? Yay! That's awesome. That's really awesome. I can't even imagine. Is it the only Trader Joe's in the area? Like, I can't imagine what kind of madhouse a Trader Joe's opening is, because Trader Joe's is always busy. There's always people, and people always love it. So if it's the only one in the area, sorry, I'm going to have to put this on Do Not Disturb, because it's to me and my other sister-in-law, which means it's going to keep going off. So we're not going to do that. As you can tell, I was thoroughly prepared to go live. I literally just like made the decision 2 seconds before I went on. I was like, I should go upstairs. I should do this. Let's go. So I'm not at all prepared for it, but you know, that's fine. Toasted marshmallow yogurt you got is so good. I'm so excited. So what I found at the Hy-Vee was, first, I found the Light and Fit Fall Flavors pack. It came in a 4-pack, 2 pumpkin, 2 toasted marshmallows. Both flavors I have purchased before, and I actually went to the yogurt aisle to find the pumpkin yogurt. That's what I was looking for, and they didn't have it in singles, but they had the fall pack, which was a variety. The only thing that would make it better is if they upped it to a 6-pack and they threw in the caramel apple flavor, because that flavor is also stellar. So I got that, and then I found my holy grail. My hunt for the Holy Grail. I now need a new grocery item to go on the hunt for, because I found my freaking Holy Grail, and it was the Oikos 000 lemon flavor. I love lemon flavored desserts, and I love like the Light and Fit lemon meringue yogurt. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I love 000 yogurt better because they have like no artificial sweeteners, and they have higher protein, but they actually have fiber in their yogurt, like 6 grams of fiber, which is awesome. And it's more of a well-rounded macro balance for me. So that's why I've been eating the Oikos 000 yogurts instead of the Light and Fit, unless there's a specific Light and Fit flavor I want. Lemon was one of the ones I would always buy from Light and Fit because I couldn't get it in Oikos, and I finally found it. And I don't care if it's a summer flavor or not. I'm buying it I was going to say the dead of winter. It is, what is today? October 11th, and it's like 39 degrees outside. Yeah, welcome to Minnesota. Woohoo! I make my own kombucha. It's delicious. That's something I do want to do. I want to brew my own kombucha. Apparently, someone at my husband's company has a SCOBY, like, and brews his own kombucha or whatever. And I guess the topic came up right when my husband started. And my husband said, if you're serious about it, he will give you his SCOBY. And I'm not serious about it yet, but it's something I do want to do. Because this stuff is so good. I love kombucha. I have my sister-in-law to thank for that. No Trader Joe's in Ireland. No, unfortunately. The lines were so long, I can't even imagine. I love a Trader Joe's, but I would not dare go to one on opening day. I'm trying to decide if I want to go to Aldi on opening day, because I feel like that's going to be a madhouse too. And we live in a town of 22,000 people, which compared to where I came from is small compared to where I came from. So I might avoid that and go like the day after or something. Have them in the freezer. We'll try one later. Wait, what do you have in the freezer? The yogurts? Oh, the marshmallow yogurts? We have 3 Trader Joe's and a Whole Foods within a drive. Yes. I love lemon desserts. Yes. I'm a big fan, which is funny because I grew up never liking citrus. Never. And I'm still not a big fan of oranges, like as a whole fruit or anything, or of the flavor. I love little clementines though, but not the big old oranges. I don't know why, but I do. And I never liked lemon flavored things, and now I'm obsessed with lemon flavored desserts or key lime flavored desserts. I love them. The key lime cheesecake that I took a picture of and was in my vlog last weekend from Edward's Dessert Kitchen is almost like, it's in my top 5 of best desserts I've ever eaten. And I can't even think of what the other 4 might be, but like that dessert is up there. And I never used to like citrus desserts, and now like lemon flavored anything with one little asterisk here. They're fine. I don't like the lemon Built Bars because I don't think lemon and chocolate belong together. Those are 2 separate things. I'm either having a lemon dessert or a chocolate dessert. Don't you dare mash them up. Like, why would you do that? I don't know. Like, who thought chocolate and lemon was a good thing? No offense to people that like that, but not for me. It's not for me. There is one in Florida. Trader Joe's. Yes, there are. There are several in Florida. I've been to the one near my in-laws' house once. And by near, I mean, I think it was 20 minutes or so away. Trying to do so many things at once right now. Well, take a breather. Participate when you can. Built Bar. Oh, the Built Bar is in the freezer. You like them best frozen, and then you cut them into pieces. That's smart, because I find they're almost too hard frozen. Like, you gotta gnaw on those bad boys. Trader Joe's has the best lemon bars in the frozen section. I know, and I've only purchased them once, and I've never purchased them again because they're great points plus value for one, but one is literally like an inch square or 2 inches square. It's itty bitty. So when you want a real dessert, you eat like 4. And I was like, oh, these are really dangerous for me to have in the house, because I am not above eating something frozen. Like, freezing it doesn't necessarily stop me from eating it, because I like things frozen. Like, I don't mind the challenge or the texture change or anything. Like, the Kringle that they sell in Trader Joe's. Fun fact, if you've ever seen the Kringle in Trader Joe's, it's in the pastry section. And it is the weird round pastry from O&H Bakery in Racine, Wisconsin. That's where I went to school. I went to college in Kenosha, Wisconsin, which is right next door. And I knew that Kringle was a thing, but I didn't know how much of a thing it was until I went to school. Because when teachers wanted to give you a treat or when you wanted something special, it was always Kringle. Kringle was always the answer. Southeast Wisconsin, Kringle is the treat to have. And the only acceptable place to purchase said Kringle is O&H Bakery. It's the only acceptable place. And I've had, like, after I graduated and everything, I came home and, like, Sam's Club had a Kringle one day. And it was like, oh, Racine Kringle, great. But it wasn't O&H Kringle. I took it home and I ate it. And I was like, you can tell that this is not O&H Bakery Kringle. When I lived in North Carolina, pumpkin season rolled around. I went to Trader Joe's and I noticed that they had O&H Bakery pumpkin caramel Kringle. And I about lost my mind in the store because it took me back to college. And I was like, this is the best dessert pastry thing on the face of this planet. And they got it from the right place. Trader Joe's freaking ships it all over the place from this bakery in Wisconsin. So if you want a little taste of one of my homes, go buy that Kringle, because it is real good. The whole point of that, though, was I've divided it up, and like I put some in the fridge and I put some in the freezer. The freezer does not stop me from eating that. It's good frozen too. That was the point. Let's see. Trader Joe's lemon macaroons have my heart. You mean like the macaroons that are in the box of like 12 that are different flavors? Because yes, those are all good. They changed up the flavors recently. My favorite too in that box, though, if I could have an entire box of the pistachio and the salted caramel, it would be my own little piece of heaven in a little dozen box. Oh my gosh. The salted caramel ones and the pistachio ones. I am the type of person, this is how I eat. This is how I eat anything. I save the best for last. So if I'm eating a cookie, let's take a good old, let's say a whopper of a chocolate chip cookie. The middle is obviously, for me, I like the middle of things, the best part. I will eat around the outside of said cookie first to save the best bite for last. When you take that box of macaroons, I will eat all the other flavors first and save my top 4 as my last serving of those cookies. I will save the best for last in anything I eat. Pizza. If the crust is really, really good, I will eat the rest of the pizza first. If the crust is not, I will eat the pizza backwards, so the middle bite is the last bite. I'm a weirdo. I know. There's a fun fact about me I don't think you guys knew. Definitely check it out when we get back to Florida. Would you ever consider keto? No. I would not ever in a million years consider keto. No. Because I like carbs too much. And if I'm going to figure out how to do this long term, I can't tell myself there's stuff I can't have. And if one cookie is going to derail me from keto, or if having a piece of bread with my sandwich is going to, like real bread, not like keto-fied, not made out of real flour bread, then I don't want it. I approve of this. This is why I approve of the Body Love by Kelly LeVeque, the Fab 4 way of eating. That's almost keto, but carbs are okay as long as you're mostly eating carbs with fiber in them. So it's almost a keto-like thing, but you don't have that restriction. If you want the freaking cookie, eat the freaking cookie. It's fine. Just eat that way most of the time. Keto and the whole knocking yourself into ketosis and all that stuff, I ain't got the time or the energy for that. My hubby takes all the pistachio and salted caramel. Your husband's my kind of dude. The salted caramel and the pistachio are so good. Hello, Barb. Happy Friday. Even lemon chocolate Built Bars. Jennifer, you can have my lemon Built Bars. I don't like them. I mean, they're fine. So I'm working on a blog post. I need to publish it. But I'm working on a blog post ranking the Built Bar flavors from least to best, or from worst to best. And lemon is so low on the list, and I have to specify, it's not that it's bad. It's that in terms of my preferences, it's just lower than all the other flavors they have most of the other flavors. There are a couple that are beneath it. But yeah, it's just not, for me, lemon and chocolate don't mix. I think we all knew you were a weirdo. It's probably why half of you hit the subscribe button. Let's be honest here. I do the same exact thing. Love fries, but I prefer a sandwich. So I eat the fries first and save the sandwich for no, it is not just you. I eat everything, every single thing. I save the best for last. What is the name of the book I just mentioned? The book I mentioned is Body Love by Kelly LeVeque, right? Is that the book you're looking for with the Fab 4 way of eating? I can get it for you. Hang on. Where is it? It's right here. Body Love by Kelly LeVeque. This is awesome. She's got a whole bunch of scientific information as to why the Fab 4 way of eating is a solid way of eating, backed by real information. I really like the way I like her a lot. I do. I've got to go into work and figure out an old resealed room block. It's been a stressful morning. I was supposed to be off work today. Oh, no. All right, Jennifer, have a good day. Built Bars only found online? Yes, they are only found online. You have to buy them off of BuiltBar.com. I had the salted caramel Built Bar the other day. Wow, that was a good one. I had the chocolate orange one. I liked the chocolate orange one. The salted caramel one I haven't had in a really long time. I had it when they first launched. But, and I didn't like it because it was not salty enough for me. And it had an artificial flavor to it. However, I don't know if they've changed it since then, because I know they went around and revamped their flavors. And so the vanilla one that I was totally meh about is now actually quite tasty if you just want a vanilla and chocolate flavor thing. I haven't tried salted caramel recently. So I'll take your word for it. I'm hoping it's better than it was when they first launched. Just try the peanut butter Built Bar. Yes, the peanut butter Built Bar is solid. I'm a big fan of that. Sorry, this is so good. I just can't stop drinking it. I really, really love this flavor. And I'm really sad that it's a fall edition flavor because that means it's going to disappear. And I really like it. It's my new favorite kombucha flavor. Yeah, so let's talk about the weigh-in. I hopped on the scale this morning after not weighing in last week. And I weighed in the week prior, but I guess I didn't track it because I don't have anything written down. So we're going to say I'm up 0.4. Because I don't actually know, because apparently I didn't write it down. I weighed it, I remembered it, and then 2 weeks happened. And I'm up. And you know what? That's okay, because, guys, I had a little bit of the week from hell, which it is what it is. Life happens. I don't want to use that as an excuse. But I ended up having, if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen that the last 2 nights, not last night, but so it was Thursday and Wednesday. So Tuesday night to Wednesday and Wednesday night to Thursday, I had the worst insomnia that I have had in the longest time. the longest time. And I had insomnia and sleeping issues for a while. And weirdly, when I went to the doctor who gave me like one exercise to do at home, in terms of making my sleeping time window smaller. Long story. If you want to hear about it, I'll tell you what I actually did. But that advice he gave me fixed it for whatever reason. And then I've been able to go to bed at whatever time I want and get up at whatever time I want with minimal issue. And then those last 2 days, I went to bed at 10:30 like normal and dozed off very briefly and then woke up and could not fall asleep. Could not fall asleep for 2 days. And like I fought and after both nights, after tossing and turning for 2 hours, I finally got up and left the room, got out of bed. And I'm like, I'm just going to go do something. So I came up here and I worked, which was great because now I've got like 3 or 4 uploads already queued up and ready to go. But it was awful. It was awful. So I was functioning on Wednesday. I think I got 4 hours of sleep. And yesterday I was functioning on 3.5 hours of sleep. It was rough. Really, really rough. And I did about a million different things to try and ensure that it wasn't going to happen again. And luckily last night at like 9 o'clock, I was dozing on the couch. Like I could, you know, when you can't keep your eyes open on the couch. So at 9:30, I looked at my husband and I said, forget it. I'm getting ready for bed and going to bed. I was in bed by 10 o'clock and I was out by like 10:03 and I slept until 5:30. Like, praise Jesus. But because of that, I ended up turning to food as fuel for the last 2 days because food is fuel. Don't get me wrong. Food is fuel always. That is the reason we eat food. That's the reason we're supposed to eat food, to fuel our bodies, and for no other reason except to fuel our bodies. But so I ended up having to eat more yesterday just to stay functional because sleep did not contribute to the energy at all. So between that and I could actually tell by yesterday, like I was also nauseous feeling all day. And which was weird. So like I ended up doing the thing you're not supposed to do. And I Googled my problem, which was like, does insomnia affect this? Or does sleep deprivation affect this? And sleep deprivation can make you nauseous, make you vomit, make you all sorts of things. Like it's terrible. So it's like, all right, well, at least that kind of explains why I feel terrible. But it was one of those things like it wouldn't go away when I ate, but eating didn't help it either. I had a very strange week. I had a very, very strange week, but it's a new, fresh week, and that's amazing. Let me catch up on the comments. Up 3 pounds today, hoping some is from the high sodium I had last night. Yeah, that'll do it. Cardinal rules of weigh-ins: don't eat high sodium the night before your weigh-in. I hate my sleeping problems. For real. For real. Sleeping problems are the worst. I can tell you the advice that the doctor gave me that changed my life. Quite frankly, if you want to hear it. I have Built Bar FOMO. I won't eat them because I don't eat anything with artificial sweeteners in it. You know what? You're probably better off that way anyway. I'm trying to lessen the amount of artificial sweeteners I have. I almost bought a chocolate bar today because at the Hy-Vee that I'd never been to, they had a whole candy sections, all sorts of really cool stuff. And there was a candy bar brand that I had never seen before, and it specifically said no sugar added. And I was like, intrigue. So I looked and it still had a couple grams of sugar, but fine. No sugar added is exciting. And then I looked at the ingredients, and the first ingredient was maltodol, which is a sugar substitute. I was like, come on, guys. You don't pretend you are perfect. I can relate to you. You don't pretend that you lose weight every week and it's all perfect. It's not perfect. Girl, I am the furthest from perfect on YouTube. But I'm here to tell it like it is because I am struggling hardcore. And then you wake up and you're like, yes, let's go. Let's do this thing. And then something like 2 nights of insomnia hits you and derails you. And I tried my best to not let it derail me, but it did because I simply needed fuel to function and to not feel like I was going to vomit. It was horrible. What did your doctor suggest for sleep? Barb. Okay, Barb, thank you for stopping by. So here's what my doctor said. Because I'm a type A perfectionist person. Like, I want my 8 hours of sleep. I got to go to bed at a certain time so I can get up at a certain time. Like, that's the kind of person I am. So he said, look, let's say your sleeping goal is 8 hours, but you end up tossing and turning and whatnot. So you end up only sleeping for, say, 60% of the time. Let's say your sleep quality ends up being 60% of the time when you are striving for an 8-hour window. He goes, what I want you to do is for a week or so, I want you to stay up until 1 o'clock in the morning. I swear, that's what he said. Because then what happens if I stay up till 1 o'clock in the morning and I end up shortening my window to 6 hours of sleep, but end up getting 90% sleep quality, it's actually better for me to get less sleep, but higher sleep quality than to sleep for 8 or 9 hours and get crap sleep quality. So the goal here was percentage of time in bed sleeping soundly rather than number of hours in bed. That was the goal. So I had a homework assignment. Like, my bedtime was usually 11 o'clock, and he told me to stay up until 1 o'clock in the morning before I was allowed to go to bed. And so I did that. And the weirdest thing happened. I did it for 5 or 6 days. And it was like I all of a sudden just, that was what I needed someone else to tell me it was okay to not get 7 or 8 hours of sleep. Because I still functioned just fine. It's okay to go to bed when you're tired. It's okay to do this, you know? And so for whatever reason, that flipped a switch in my head. I didn't have to go back for the sleep study. I stopped taking the meds they gave me because I asked for meds first and I hated the way they made me feel. So I stopped taking them. But just having that permission slip of stay up till 1 o'clock in the morning and still get up at 7. That was the thing though. I still had to get up at the same time as if I was getting my 8 hours of sleep. So if I was normally getting up at 6:30 or 7 o'clock, you better believe the alarm was still going off at 6:30 or 7 o'clock, even though I was going to bed at 1 o'clock instead of 11. And for whatever reason, that worked. And all of a sudden, it no longer mattered if I went to bed at 1 o'clock in the morning. I was for what? I've been doing it a month now, getting up at 5:30. I've been going to bed with my husband at 10:30. I don't know what made me decide that I just wasn't going to sleep for 2 days. But so that was the advice he gave me. Focus on a smaller window with more percentage of quality sleep than a larger window with crappy sleep quality. Best advice I've ever gotten for sleep. Lost a pound after a game. This put me back over my free status for a lifetime. Yeah, Lori. That's what I like to hear. Oh, Jennifer, you're already doing that? What else are you doing for sleep? Do you get up at the same time every day? Because that routine thing is also super important. Like I said, if you go to bed, I'm not tired, I'm not going to go to bed till 2 o'clock. That doesn't give you permission to sleep in till 9. You still got to get up at the same time. Because that's how you get your body into that routine, which is why, despite the awful insomnia I have been experiencing, that's exactly why I still got up at 5:30 in the morning, even though it was 3.5 hours of sleep. That's why I still did it. Because I was like, eventually, my body's got to kick back into high gear and do the right thing. Hello, Rose. How are you doing today? So that was my little rant on, I don't even know, pretty much everything. How are you all doing today? It's Friday. It's very exciting. It's, what did I say it was? 39 degrees outside? 39 degrees outside. And we have a snowflake in tomorrow's forecast. Yes. And weekends I tend to sleep in about an hour. And we've been doing that too. So instead of getting up at 5:30, we've been getting up at 6:30 on the weekends. Which is fine because, you know, you can sleep in. But what we used to do, or what my husband used to do, I'm going to totally out him for this. He's the man who will sleep until 10 o'clock on the weekends if I let him. Until we started going to Body Pump on Saturday mornings, that was a game changer. But he was the one who could, like, I'll get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and go to work and do all those things. But on Saturday, I'm sleeping until 10. And then he married me, and I was like, oh, heck no. That's not what we're doing. So we do sleep in, but we sleep in only 1 hour. So we give ourselves an extra hour of rest on the weekends. Weekend. I'm not ready for snow at all. Oh, I'm not either. Visiting family, still able to get up and make my water goal. Good for you. I'm so glad you found a way to make all of that work for you. That makes me very happy to hear. So you know what I did today? That was very interesting and great for my points. Oh, comments. I've been sleeping in on the weekends. In fact, my 5 a.m. wake up time, it's based on Saturday and Sundays needing to get into the shower early. You haven't been sleeping in on the weekends. That's a good way to do it too. I'd be very tempted to do that, but the problem is on like Friday night, so tonight's date night, even though we're not going anywhere, I'm cooking at home. But it's still date night, and that will give us permission to be like, we don't have to get up tomorrow morning and go to work or whatever. So we'll stay up later watching TV or whatever. So we just take that extra hour to be thoroughly rested, but you don't have to do that. And I saw your message, and your message got retracted. But yes, I did hear about the new Weight Watchers plans. And I was actually going to do, where is the adorable creature? Let's see if I can get her up here. Gracie! Gracie, come! Might take her a minute. I think she's downstairs in her bed all the way by the door. We'll see if she shows up. Come here, Gracie! There's no sign of her. We'll see. We'll see if she comes scampering up the stairs or not. Let me make sure she's not in here. Because I have absolutely called the dog, not realizing she was right in front of me before. That happens to me regularly. Gracie, come! I can't hear her, so I don't know. But yes, the new WW plans basically is going to be 3 different plans, and I'm going to do a whole video on this. They're going to offer 3 different plans, all smart points based. One is basically smart points before freestyle, one is freestyle, and one is a new version of the Simply Filling technique. This is great. Happy day for Weight Watchers. I'm still going to stick with my iTrack Bites and my Points Plus. Gracie, come here. I don't have a toy to squeak. If I had a toy to squeak, I could get her to come running. 1 bathroom, 4 people. If I can't shower before 6:30, I don't get to shower before church. Fair enough. Cannot wait for your WW vid. Yeah, I got to film it because I want to make sure I have all my facts straight, but it's all really just speculation anyway. So how much of it is actually fact that we will know before launch day? I don't know. I don't think she's coming, guys. She must be sleeping somewhere. Lindsay, hi. Yeah, I don't necessarily plan on going lives on Fridays, but I usually go live around 2 o'clock. I've been at it since I went live a little bit early today, but it's one of those whoever realizes I'm on can come and participate in conversation. So, did you hear the new plan is changing on 11:10? Yes, 3 choices: Beyond the Scale, Freestyle, and Simply Filling. Yep. Which I think is great, and I think that will work for a ton of people. I just don't love smart points right now. I really like not getting penalized for sugar. I bought an angel food cake. And oh my gosh, these Cool Whip creations, you guys can be the first to know. I don't have them up here, but I took pictures of them so I can Instagram them. I found at the Hy-Vee. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not. Let's see. Can you see that? Cool Whips, Mix-Ins, Oreo, and birthday cake. Ladies and gentlemen, you can get 4 tablespoons of the birthday cake Cool Whip for 1 point plus. And you can get 2.5 or 3 tablespoons, so 1.5 servings of the Oreo one for 3 points plus, for 1 point plus. I don't like Cool Whip. These are really good though, because of course when I got home I had to try a little spoonful to see what I got myself into. But my point was I bought an angel food cake, which is relatively low in points plus because it's light, but it's still real sugar. So it skyrockets for smart points. But I can have a dessert of 4 points worth of angel food cake, which I think was 2 or 3 ounces, topped with, I can frost it with this Cool Whip stuff. So I can get an Oreo one or a birthday cake one, and then a side of strawberries and have a 6 point plus dessert. Legitimately. Like have a legit dessert. And can't do that on smart points. So I'm just gonna stick with my old iTrack Bites app and keep doing what I'm doing. So for me, nothing changes. I will have access to it, so I'll be able to look around and see. I love that they're doing that, but it's still probably not for me, at least not right now. Once I'm in maintenance mode, maybe, because I always said that freestyle was a great maintenance mode way of eating, in my opinion, but not for loss, not for me. Samsies with the planned out lives might not be changing here in the USA. I heard that date might be in the US too. It was announced in the iTrack Bites Facebook group today. Staying with Points Plus works so well for me. Yep. Used to buy and eat whole angel food cakes. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I hope not. It was on sale. It was a loaf of angel food cake that Hy-Vee had for $1. I was like, well, shoot, for $1, this is our dessert for date night tonight. I'm making these, Archer Farms it's super simple. I'm not actually like cooking. I'm putting stuff in an oven. But Archer Farms has these pre-done chicken breasts in a bunch of different flavors. And the spinach and feta one is to die for delicious. Half of one is 5 points plus. And then so we're having that. And I'm having the Trader Joe's gnocchi alla gorgonzola, my favorite thing ever, for 6 points plus, which means that's 11. And then I'm going to have some Brussels sprouts. And for dessert, angel food cake. And the crazy thing, I never told you about the crazy thing that I did. But I'm super jazzed about it. Date night at home, solid meal, super delicious. And I don't really have to cook because it's all done. I just have to slide it all in the oven. Used to buy plus 166 pounds of Weight Watchers. All the plans have worked well for me. That's awesome. For me, this will make things easier. Yes, because you're following Beyond the Scale, which is awesome. Try turning angel food cake into French toast. What? Lindsay, that sounds amazing. Amazing. Last time I had angel food cake, it was a binge night. I bought a little light Cool Whip today, and they had those mixed in flavors. I was so pumped about it. And again, I never checked to see what they were in Smart Points, but I'm sure they're much higher because of sugar. But on Points Plus, I can have a little bit of it. My theory is, you know how you're supposed to store Cool Whip in the freezer until you're ready to use it? My theory is that these will actually taste awesome frozen. Kind of like ice cream. Low point ice cream, anybody? In a recent video, did the angel food cake into French toast. That's awesome. Was it keto friendly? Your angel food cake French toast? I can't imagine that's keto friendly, right? Or it was just something fun that you did. Because that's awesome. Oh my gosh, that sounds so good. Yum, yum, yum. It's like the keto angel food cake. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Oh, what I did today. Sorry. This is where I'm still dragging myself out of bed after the 2 days of insomnia was still hard because my body's like, no, but you're sleeping. This is so good. Let's just keep going. So I need like one more solid night to be able to say I'm back at it. So I'm not quite there yet, but I'm getting there. I feel at least energized today, which is great. I did a crazy thing today. I woke up this morning. I walked into the kitchen and I went, I'm going to figure out exactly what my meals are today, and I'm going to put them in my tracker. And I'll be darned, I kid you not, my breakfast, which was a bagel and cream cheese, like I'm not depriving myself of anything here. My breakfast of a bagel and cream cheese, my lunch and my dinner, I put them all in the tracker, and it was exactly my daily allotment of points. Exactly. And I was like, well, shoot, with my fresh set of weeklies, this means that anything else that I eat kicks into my weeklies. But that's okay, because I think that this is probably the right way to do it would be spend your daily points on your meals. Like that's the most important thing, right? And then your weeklies are used for the extras, the snacks and the desserts and whatever. Because I've had like 8 points, and what was my dinner going to be? Like 11 points or something. I don't know. I was very proud of the fact that every single one of my daily points was allotted for one of my 3 meals. Solid meals, delicious, enjoyable meals. I'm having a killer dinner. I had a pumpkin bagel and cream cheese for breakfast. And then I get to spend my weekly points on dessert. And I think that's totally legit. And that felt right. And I was like, oh, hey, Look at you, back on track after your weigh-in day. Okay, okay. One of my favorite Weight Watchers family desserts years ago was angel food cake pineapple muffins. Ooh, well, that sounds tasty. Yeah, I forget how much I enjoy angel food cake until I have it in front of me. And I'm like, wow, this is so sweet and light and delicious and not too many points. It's so good. Now, don't get me wrong, it's no piece of birthday cake. I love me some cake. If I could have one dessert for the rest of my life, it would be cake. Oh, I love cake so much. But like there's something to be said for like a solid light. Like I told my husband, I texted him like, can you stop at Target and get strawberries on the way home, please? Thanks. Because we can have cake with the fun little frosting and strawberries. All the strawberries. And angel food cake and strawberries is such a good combination. And it's so light. Like you don't feel weighed down after you eat angel food cake. You know? They're dangerous. Cookies here. Cookies, yeah. Yep. I was able to control myself around my cookies yesterday, which is good. I find I'm much better at keeping track of myself when my husband's home because it's like because what am I? An obliger? Like if he can see me, that means he can track me. And therefore, like last night, I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to have my dessert. I grabbed 2 pieces of pumpkin biscotti, ate it, and was done. Didn't need any more. It was great and didn't even give it a second thought. Crushed pineapple and angel food cake mix, done. Yum. And then you just divvy it out into the muffin pans. That's easy. That sounds really good. I might have to do that. But not for a while. Because we all saw what happened when I had the pumpkin muffins in my house. Weirdly, I'm not worried about anything bad happening with the angel food cake, though. I don't know. Right now, I'm baking an apple pie. And a crustless apple pie for you. That's great. Let me see if I have an apple pie recipe in this book. I think I do. Ooh. I have a pear tart. I have a pumpkin pie with a graham cracker crust for 5 points plus a slice. I'm assuming it's just 8 slices. I don't know. Apple pie crumble for 6 points plus a slice. I'm going to have to make the pies in this book, I think. Oh, we have quiche in here too. I don't know. I might do the apple and pumpkin pie as a video. That might be fun. I missed what the question was. Is points plus the same as being on the scale? No. Oh gosh, what was points plus called other than points plus? Weight Watchers 360, I think, or like that was the new iteration of points plus. Beyond the scale was smart points before freestyle. So first they went from points plus to smart points, and everything still had a points value except for fruits and vegetables. Then they took smart points and went to freestyle. Keto angel food cake is high protein. I'd imagine making the exact recipe but subbing out the alternative. Oh, well, that's interesting. What kind of flour do you use? Almond flour or? Because that does sound interesting. And how high is the fat? It would just be interesting to know what the nutrition was. Points plus 360 in 2012. Those are points plus Weight Watchers 2012. That was a change. Weight Watchers 2012. Points plus and 3. I know points plus and 360. Have you tried Abby's chocolate chip cookies from the Safe and Fair? They taste like Chips Ahoy. You get 8 mini cookies for 5 points. No, I have not. Points plus or smart points? Which plan are you on? Out of curiosity, just because I like to keep my points straight. But if something is something in smart points, then it's going to be different in points plus. What else did I pick up today? Oh, I walked into the Hy-Vee and they had the holiday quest bars. Remember that launch that I completely ripped apart last year when they sent me PR? And I bought 2 of the one thing that I liked, which was the peppermint bark one. I was really excited to see those are back, and they're actually very good. So if you need a new quest bar flavor to look into, the peppermint bark one is awesome. The pumpkin pie one is not. At least this is my opinion. Also, update. I know there was like a spammer that came in here last week and asked me all about the pumpkin pie built bars. Nope. I do not like the pumpkin pie built bars, and That's all I have to say about that. I was also very perplexed to notice, sorry, I'm tying my shoe, that when I looked at the pumpkin pie bars wrapper, there is nothing in the ingredients list that indicates it should have the flavor that it has. And I'm not quite sure why. Because you would think if something tasted like cinnamon and nutmeg and clove, that there would be some indication in the ingredients that tell you there's cinnamon and nutmeg and clove in here. Nothing. There was something to account for the color, because in the pumpkin pie ones, the nougat inside is orange. But there's nothing that tells you that it should taste like that, which I find slightly concerning. Greetings from Michigan. You inspire me with your early rising despite the insomnia. Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie. I was really proud of myself. And there were a handful of times that I had sat there and thought, I could just go back to bed after Eric went to work. I could. He leaves at 6:30. I could get a solid hour and a half of more sleep. And I just never did because I was like, no, I don't. I need to make sure that I'm up and moving and going. And it's fine. I survived. Weirdly, I had enough energy to survive the day. Like, I did my double header workout the first time I had the insomnia. Like, 4 hours of sleep. Sure, let's do 2 hours of workout classes. I don't know what I was thinking, but I worked out well. And I had the energy for it. And I was kind of in like this, not totally hyper energized, but I wasn't tired. And so it got me wondering why exactly. And especially yesterday when I still had energy, like I sat and considered a nap and I was like, I couldn't nap right now. No, I have the energy. I don't need to nap right now. And so I Googled, again with the Google, why do I have energy after a night of not sleeping? And what I could find was the release of stress hormones is what gives you the adrenaline you need to keep going. So it's not necessarily a healthy thing that I had energy because it meant that I had some other chemical thing happening to give me the energy I needed. But so it's not like I was like, because, you know, for a split second, I'm that person. It's like, what if I only need 4 hours of sleep to function? But no, not worth it at the cost of your body being filled with stress hormones because only bad things can happen. My favorite eye track bites is Sugar Smart. Keep an eye on the carbs and do IF. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, I started doing IF again this week, which has been great. I love it for the simple fact it keeps my eating in control at night. The one exception was the first night that I couldn't fall asleep. I ate dried pineapple because I needed to spike my blood sugar so it would tank. So I was real miffed about it, but I had literally tried everything else. I had Benadryl in my system. I had magnesium in my system. I had CBD oil in my system. I had melatonin in my system. I had essential oils on. I literally tried everything. So my last resort was I'm like, what if I eat something and spike my blood sugar? Like that was the last resort. So I broke my fast in the middle of the night to eat dried pineapple. I wasn't happy about it. It's not like I was even hungry. LTWW 10 pounds over. All right. Yeah, I'm lifetime too, and I'm not anywhere near the goal that they have in the system for me. But that's okay. That's okay. So I woke up this morning feeling motivated. I went to the gym today. Not to do body pump, but just to go. And I was like, oh, I could work out upstairs. And I was like, no, I really just want to hop on an elliptical type machine and turn on a YouTube video and just mindlessly go for a while. And I tried a new machine today. The YMCAs here have seated elliptical machines. And you guys know I love me an elliptical machine, and I'm very picky about my elliptical machines. And so even my husband saw this and acknowledged, he's like, this would be great for you on days where you it's an active rest day. Because we were both not convinced that it was going to be that thorough of a workout, but if it's something that like seriously think stationary bike, but for an elliptical machine. And I was like, well, that's cool. And I used the New Step, which is kind of like an elliptical. It's more like a stepper that you do sitting down. And I don't get any workout out of that one. So I was like, oh yeah, that'll be nice. I decided to try it today. You guys, my tush and my quads were on fire. Like, that seated elliptical is no joke at all. And it might become my new favorite machine because I can sit and I can actively focus on what I'm doing. I don't know, and not have to worry about balance or anything like that. And I just, oh my gosh, it was like once my glutes started to kick in, I was like, this actually hurts. Like, I'm gonna have a sore tush tomorrow. I guarantee you, I'm going to have a sore tush tomorrow because of this workout that I thought it's gonna be too easy. But I tried it just to try it so I could get a feel for it. No joke. Fewer steps, but that's okay. Oh man. It's been almost 11 years and still haven't hit lifetime. Yeah, that's a thing too. And I mean, I hit lifetime. I did it all in one foul swoop, which is what infuriates me about the fact that I can't seem to do it again. I did it so fast when I actually buckled down and did it. My impromptu change of plan workout was a lot tougher than I was expecting it to be. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy when you're like, oh, I'm just going to do this easy thing, and it actually turns out to be a real tough workout? That's what happened to me with the 21-day fix workout that I keep going back to. The first one that I did, and as I was doing the workout, I was like, oh, like, okay, this feels good, but it doesn't feel too hard. I'm like, oh man, and it knocked me out for 2 days. Like, could not move, hurt to sit on the toilet. Like, you know how that goes after leg day. The going to the bathroom is the worst thing ever because you have to sit down and then stand back up. That workout, I did not expect my body to react like that to that workout, but it was apparently a lot harder than it let on. But yeah, so I think that's really all I have. I'm weirdly like winded and my voice is tiring out. It's another thing that happens when I don't get enough sleep is my voice fatigues really quickly because I use it so much. But does anybody have any questions, comments, concerns, things they'd like to share, victories they'd like to share, struggles they'd like to share? I'm highly considering, my friends, let me know if you'd be interested in this, in my group, my insiders group, which, by the way, just a little reminder for anybody watching the replay or for who's here now, I will not let you into the group if you do not answer the questions. Plain and simple. Answer them. I don't care what they say, but answer them. I've gotten so many people that just request to be in the group, and I don't know if they're followers or not, but I will not let you in unless you answer the questions. So that's just your friendly reminder about that. And the reason I bring up the group is because we were talking about weigh-in accountability for people not going to Weight Watchers meetings. And I was wondering if you guys would like if you're willing to be vulnerable enough to share your weigh-ins every week. Like, and I'm talking like not just up and down, but like, would you share the number? And would you show that accountability? There'd be no judgment. But like if I did like a pinned post that said this week's weigh-in and I started it on Mondays, and just for that week, whenever it was your weigh-in, you could comment what your weigh-in was and what, is that up, is that down, whatever. But then we would have a record of accountability for anybody that wanted to participate in it. It would just be in the group. That's it. And if anyone started to get, funky about it, I could just ban them from the group. But I don't know if that's something you'd be interested in or not. But if it is, let me know, because that's the simplest thing I can think of to employ some sort of accountability thing. So, taking painkillers for my shoulder, but I'm 163 fit points for the week. Yes. My gosh, you were 88 last. You doubled your fit points. That's amazing. So yeah, let me know if that would be something you are interested in. And what's my plan for the week? I have no plan. My plan, I think I'm going to get up and I'm going to pre-track as much of my day as possible. Because that really is making me feel very confident about today, knowing that my meals are covering my daily points and that I have 49 weeklies to mess with. I haven't even considered activity points yet. But I think that's what I'm going to do this week. So there we have it. And on that note, I think I'm going to call it because I've been hanging out here for almost an hour already, which I was not expecting. So I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Make sure that you think ahead to what you're going to do to stay on plan this weekend. I can't give you a good answer because I'm pretty sure we're not doing anything exciting. It's just a weekend. We just are going to eat the food that's in the house and go to the gym. So for me, the weekend is not going to be a struggle this weekend. But if you are somebody who is approaching a struggle, make sure you have a plan set in place to make sure you can accomplish as many of your healthy habits as possible and keep yourself on track. And yeah, that's all I got. So I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for hanging out with me and have a great weekend.